The European Union's foreign policy is falling apart as the EU bosses are now furious with their own diplomats. Hello everybody, welcome to the first video of the day. We're gonna come to you guys as usual every half an hour with a number of updates. First, let's get into the European Union topics, what's going on in Brussels and Strasbourg and all those areas with the gravy train. They've been so busy with the gravy train, all these bureaucrats, that they have been slightly distracted. They can't even handle their own members. Hungary and Poland are rebelling every single day. They can't handle them, let alone the threat from Iran or China or even Russia when it comes to the whole NATO situation. Now, this is fascinating because the European Union foreign policy is not really advertised massively in the mainstream media, but we are going to be talking about this because it does matter. Now, this is Josep Borrell. Now, Josep Borrell, actually, the situation is that he came out, sent a massive warning. He's absolutely furious, calling his own diplomats stupid, lazy, and arrogant. Firstly, he's not wrong. Secondly, there is a reason that this is actually happening. Because the European Union is created and managed by failed politicians and failed diplomats. So when you fail, you go and join the gravy train and they give you a good title and you get all the freebies and you become like Juncker. And to be fair, Juncker was one of the better ones. Trust me. Like, look at the rest of them. It's absolutely embarrassing. Now, Mr. Borrell came to say, this is not a moment when we are going to send flowers to all of you saying that you are beautiful, you work very well, and we are very happy. We are one big family. I think he had a bit of a meltdown, actually. But again, these sort of things, usually, they don't get publicized. These sort of arguments, these sort of discussions or rants don't really get to the press or media. They're very good because the European media are generally speaking in favor of the European project. So any criticism that they have is on a technical level. So for example, they go to a committee in the European Parliament, say, oh, well, some of these MEPs are wrong to talk about curved bananas, for example. They don't really talk about the real problems that actually happens deep inside the European Union. And all this is actually happening because the diplomats, the lazy and arrogant diplomats, are failing when it comes to the situation in Russia, in Iran, in China. He accused his own diplomatic service of getting everything wrong on the biggest foreign policy. He's so right. So at first, we did not believe that this conflict with all Russia-Ukraine was actually coming. And we have to recognize that in Brussels, Americans were telling us, not only this one, but even the situation in Afghanistan, the fall of Afghanistan. They didn't see it coming. We had the intelligence, even in America, the intelligence were telling Joe Biden, for example. Joe Biden didn't listen because that's just Joe Biden. The European Union were also not really paying any attention to the situation. These people, whether you like it or not, the fact that we're outside the European Union doesn't really change much because we've signed this agreement, as we reported on the channel, with this European Defence Union, essentially. We are interlinked with the European Union. We are still inside when it comes to defence, when it comes to foreign affairs. So if it goes wrong there, it's going to go badly here as well. We are going to be keeping an eye on this development because we don't exactly know how this fallout is going to be ending. I don't think it's going to be a happy ending in this situation. They might do a bit of a coup and get rid of Borrell, but we don't know exactly who's going to be the winner in this clash. Now, we're going to come back in half an hour. We're going to tell you about Eddie Izzard, the Labour Party candidate who wants to become an MP in Sheffield. His campaign has not had the best start, but we're going to explain all that when we get back to you guys. Before we leave, do not forget to get your own anti-globalist merchandise, Build Back Britain. This is the opposite side of WF's Build Back Better. The link is in the description. You could get in all different colors, all different genders, all 72 genders. I don't know how many we have now. But yeah, check out the link in the description. I'm going to come back in half an hour. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi and we are the media.